I feel like that hit right at just that spot. Okay, I don't see the point in turning this. No, none. I don't need to see the point in turning either of these in. No, I don't want to take on the extra experience. I got past the main mission level, flip where it goes like 27, 27. Hey, here it is at 29 for Taylor Cobb or Taylor Town or whatever it's called. And then after you do that, it drops back to rack. It's not rack hall, rack something. That big freaking rack thing. It drops back to that, and it's 27 or 28 again. Ooh, what does that mean? What's up, Mumbles? Try again. I am not understanding exactly what you mean about quest overflow breaking the waypoints. Like the main problem that I know of in here for the keeping the main mission on level is that they inverted it. They put one mission at 29 and then they dropped the mission level back to 27. So if you want to keep within 2 levels of the mission, the main level, then when you hit that level 29 mission, you really, I think you need to be 27. And the problem with that is then you're facing a badass bruiser at 31 or a badass raider at 31 or 30 and you're 27. And it's tough. And I had that happen, but I survived it. So, but the game before, the last 2 times I've been in Taylortown, I died the first one and I almost died the last one. And I hadn't had any troubles before that. Oh, no. I think the thing about what, yeah, okay, I'm with you now. I don't think that's enough to break it. Like that. I've had that much before, previous to having that weird thing. It's not broke right now, is it? Oh no. Okay, it's not broke. I'm not. I don't know what happened right here, but I can do better here. This one I don't normally ever turn in unless I've got my experience low, and I normally turn in king tossing. These are pretty low, I admit. I don't want to. I might. We'll see what happens. If we'll learn. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 missions that are open right now, and this is the story mission. So we're gonna have 6. I gotta turn this in to Tanis, right? So we got 6 open missions we could turn in. So if we see the waypoint disappear, then we know that 6 is like 6 seems to be okay. But if we see it disappear, we'll know 7 was too much. And it doesn't appear to be that 7's too much because we got the main mission. But we'll account for the idea that maybe it's just, side missions and the main mission is somehow doesn't affect this. So we're at least plus 6. Right now. So we'll get a feel for this, right? Might as well learn the truth or see if it is. It might fluctuate. If all of a sudden it disappears and I'm at plus 8 or something like that, and then another time it disappears I'm at plus 4, I'll have to remember that. Man, I had a lot, didn't I? But I think there was there's at least half again as many as there are now. I think we were in the double digit. I mean, I was doing lots of things and holding them as a credit account. Like, hey, do I need some money? Do I need some experience? I'm just gonna punch these in here. And that didn't work out well. That was the only time I ever saw it disappear, but that's no good. We don't ever want that again. So yeah, if it disappears, I'll now know that right now we got 7 things open. If it disappears, I won't let that happen again, and we'll see if that's enough to stop it. I mean, this could be the final game for a while, though. Who knows? Maybe I'll make it all the way to 69, and maybe this is it. Maybe we won't have to worry about that. There's a slim possibility of that. I got hope. Maybe it's a little crazy, but I got a little. All right, let's go turn this in.
Hey, you see my gun?
I ain't seen your gun. Oh, hey, you seen my gun? Did you hear?
Don't be shy now. Come on.
Did you hear? We lost Jess to the racks. We lost Jess to the racks. wish I could talk. I wish I could talk like that. Voice actors played those voices. I wish I could turn that on and do it perfect and just talk in that brogue as long as I wanted. It's musical to me. It's like a cello of a voice. Let's see. Where am I going? Okay. I'm locking in. I need to do a check of different things just to see if they have value right now, real quick. I can buy 2 things, so let me check and make sure. The beginning of games are very dangerous for me.
Get your meds here.
Oh, I need to make sure that my mouse is set right too. Let's see. Oh man, I do have to make a decision. Let's see. 33% team L-mill, spark, striking. I'm not doing that right now. 9% team damage. If they gave me that at my level, I might just have bought it, but they did not do that. Let me make sure my mouse is set up right. I did not check to see if it flipped. No, it's good. It's good. It feels right, but there's my main mouse settings are they're just slightly different than my settings for oh man, for Borderlands. In some regards, that you would perceive with your hand, right? In like DPI and stuff, and but it's enough that if I don't flip it properly, I could play and survive it, and then I'll be like, oh man, I forgot to set the mouse up right, and it's like a bonus. But I really don't want to feel a bonus right now. I need all my. I don't want to feel a bonus later. I need all my bonus now. Let's see. Best viewers, blah 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 blah. Okay. Here we go. Hopefully, they could hook me up with a great. I'd love to get a great shield. Oh, come on, be good. Oh! I think I just got what I've been asking for. Like, come on. There we go. That's a couple hundred extra on the shield, isn't it? Right out the gate. Look at that. Not much drop off in the recharge rate either. It's not that bad. That's so bought.
Oh, Crazy Earl has more jobs he'd
Well,
like that
you know what?
hunter to do.
Let's just
Look at you roll.
check them all,
wheels.
right? Because what if somehow, some way, there was a level 28 version of that, right? Let's just. Early in the game, I sold a shield that I bought, and I survived it because they gave me a good shield that wasn't as good, but it was a good backup. This time, instead of maybe I could save a purchase, make sure I do the right thing here.
Oh, there are new missions available at the Middle of Nowhere Bounty Board.
By being diligent a little bit in my pursuit of a best outcome here before we get to actually finally get my setup as good as I can to stay alive while my slow-wittedness gets up to pace with the game.
Who needs a real doctor when you
As
got
far as
nothing?
what I need to be doing to stay alive, got to get a feel for it, right? Like, I usually come in too passive. But on the flip side, it's not good to start off over aggressive because you can find yourself suddenly dead. I'd rather come in passive, a little passive, and then ratchet up my aggression a bit, than coming in. I think I just did this. Then coming in too aggressive. Man, he's like, I'm surprised he didn't put that in my ear and tickle me with it. Or be aggressive and have to dial it back because a lot of times it's too late to dial it back. Oh, that was a little bit beyond my capabilities. Ooh, man, they give me the 20 25, 28 version of this. This could hit, or 22, man. I've seen 19 a couple times. Entice me with the 22. See, let me see what I think. I know I'm hitting the lower ones. My opportunities are just going to get a little bit better as we go here. I'm not going to hunt out like every machine. There are certain machines that I'm not going like to fight to get to or anything. I gotta fix that timestamp stuff. That'll drive me crazy. I like knowing when something's said, just so I can say, oh, okay. I can still respond to that. Look at that. That's not gonna happen. I'd love to have that 98 with my 6, but I can hide. So that old 1950s Buick of a shield I'm gonna wrap around myself, it looks like is gonna be good. I'm definitely buying it unless something even better just pops up out of nowhere and we'll run out of chances for that. Hey, and then I think I'll probably open up the door. I'll keep a defender mod and open up the door to like a defender and something else, so we can even pump up the defense even more, you know, or drop into a better situation based off of what I have in weapons. Now, you can only make so many purchases, so some of that would be definitely determined by luck. I might get locked into some spots. That's fine. That's fine. Usually in Borderlands, you know, guns last a long time, right? I don't know, like, you might have to change some of this. Like, I'm not doing this for like Borderlands 2, but if you were to try to do it, you might have to be a little more generous with like class mods, because it would be, I think, if I remember correctly, weapons are not, don't remain excellent or sufficient as long after their base level. Now, I may be remembering that incorrectly, but it seems to me that's the case. 3016 shield capacity. Let me compare that to what I got. I don't think I'm buying it, but I do want to just get an idea of what. So like, it's much more the bread and butter of what a defender mod is much more well met in that blue right there with that 36 to 21. But getting the Diva gets you back 10 of it right there, so it's not that much more. It's only a 5% shield capacity boost. And then I've got one more resilience, and then I get 2 inner glows, so it's more of a healer. A little bit less corrosive resistance. You know, you ask yourself, you know, which way you want to go. Since I don't have healing on the shield, I like having, you know, an additional healing capability. That's increased by the overall shield capacity boost, right? Because healing is going to be a percentage. Well, no, it's not. Don't listen to me there. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's increased by the overall inner glow skill boost, and I've not got anything taking time off the cooldown for my skill. So there's no, over time, there's no increased advantage from that right now. But anyway, I wouldn't buy this. I mean, if I found it, I don't think I would switch either, to be honest. But I just want to get that straight in my head. I don't want to get into autopilot mode, which I will do sometimes, and then miss out on a significant change I should have made if I had been paying attention. Earlier this game, that did happen. Right before Crom, I almost passed up, you know, a significant, not huge, but significant boost in defense that would be had by switching, you know, to a new mod that at first didn't look like it was that much, had that much value to add. Did I just come in here? I'm talking and I'm like My mind's just disconnected. I feel like I was just right here. I wasn't paying any attention to what I was saying. Yeah, freaking A, Mike. You were just looking at that mod. This is why it's good for me to have something to look through. You know, it was good to have something I need to look for. Now, where was that? Where was that freaking shield? The underpass, right? About to forget where. Run out of time not finding. Because I'm a little bit scatterbrained right now. There we go. We're buying it. I don't know what the other thing was, but it's gonna cost me money, but it's not a purchase. It was an accident. It's just I lost cash. Like the penalty of accidentally tapping things like that is, hey, there goes your money. That's a huge penalty too. It cost me a game at least once. Or did that cost me? No, I sold my shield and I couldn't buy it back because I had double tapped. So it was the opposite way. It cost me a game at least once. I knew
Step right up.
or I should say for certain, increase the likelihood that the reason I died wouldn't the likelihood that I would not have died from the situation that I had died in wasn't insignificant had I had the other shield. I'm struggling today. Hang on. I'll get there, man. I need some more coffee in me. Okay.
Look at you roll.
Let's see what that puts us at. It takes a while to fill up, but 1122, that's a significant jump right now. I'm gonna go play right now. Let's see how much we lose. 895. That's still a significant jump over what I had, so I'll take the additional healing and overall effectiveness on controller and add it to these higher level corrosive weapons. And I guess I'm going to start building in the controller. I want to get controller completely built out right now, I suppose. Oh man, I need to fix that. That's the other thing. If I intend to fix something and then I forget, but it was something I really need to do, then I'm divided. My time is immediately there, divided. Until I get that thing fixed, if it was significant enough, it's going to hold some spot in my head and I'm going to just fall apart until I get there. And the thing I forgot to fix was the timestamps. So I keep looking over and it's like something's bothering me, but I forgot what it was that was bothering me, but it was still there. That'll help. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Let's trick out your ride.
Enough walking.
I never take these after I've taken them, and they may go up. I need to sometime. I need to pay. I say this and I always forget. I need to pay attention, and when I come in here and I'm really already happy with my weapons, instead of being greedy, like I could get better or whatever, grabbing myself, or I could use the money. forgo taking those
Hope you were more
until,
useful than the last one I hired.
this time, this area place, and then see if I could get some really high quality stuff right now at a point when I needed it. What I'm afraid I'm going to do is that I'm going to open those things up and they're going to be like level like 19 to 22 stuff or something. Or well, I can open it right now. Look, I'm not taking it. 22, 25. There's no need to wait to learn that. It's just that if I see this thing full of legendaries, I have to leave them. Because I've already had my try at this case. So 19 to 25 looks like the range, so I'll open them again if they, later on in the game if they're, restocked and see if they've gone up. But right now it looks like 25 might be as late as you'd want to push it, so maybe after Crom. Although it would be below you. Probably you'd want to do it after Mad. Wait a minute, you don't get anything after Mad Mill. So really, it's a weird situation to be in because really, I'm assuming that they probably didn't go up until after you did Crom. After you killed Crom. Otherwise, if you go in there like after Sledge, but you wait a while, you'll probably get lower level stuff. I don't know. That's one of the problems. At the same time, I want to get utility items, so I'm not running an experiment with them. All right, what's the next? What are we doing now? Not without my claptrap. Okay. So I need to go
Don't be shy now. Come on. Let's get you rolling, man.
to the cauldron. This is a perfect time to be plague
Don't
bearer.
be shy now. Come on.
Right, this will be the best. I would watch you get lit up in here and die, but this will be the best situation I've had coming into Old Haven. Like, pretty decent, high quality corrosive weapons, and then I'm getting some plague bear damage on it as well, and the ability to slow them down to some degree. Although I could be built better for that, but I went for defensive protection through resilience. Didn't want to waste that. And I like having Quicksilver built up. I like having that. To me, that's a lot of base offense that I really always want to have, just faster shot. So and you can see it has nothing to do with either of these. But yeah, neither of these have touch spark either. So to get to resilience, you had to go one way or another. And I would choose early, at least I would choose Quicksilver. I can't say I would necessarily. Depends on what you have, right? Okay, so now I'm finally starting to, like an operating system. All that's getting older and has maybe a lot of wear and tear on it, and a lot of unnecessary other programs starting up with it. It's everything's getting settled in. Maybe some stuff's getting cleared up. Resources are getting freed and reallocated. I'm getting there. I'm booting up, but I just didn't want the blue screen before we got into the game proper and be like, I can't believe I'm back at level 1 and didn't even get I died in the car before I could get to a fight. Don't want that happening. I ran into a Jacobs. I did this. Not the last time I was here and died, but yeah, okay. The last time I got past Taylor Cobb to this point, I was on my way to Old Haven, and I killed a bruiser by running him over, ran into a Jacobs tank behind him, blew the tank up, or I ran him into it, blew the tank up. He died before me because he was in front of me. Then it blew my car up and put me in fight for your life. It all happened, and that was the end of my game. It's freaking horrible. I'm glad I remembered that. I don't want that to happen again. I need to try to get that built up some. So let's try to run. Let's see if we can go assault rifle. what's our lower things? Assault rifle. Do we have an assault rifle? We don't even have an assault rifle right now, so that's not happening. These are in. Shotgun, sniper. You know what? I think we're past that now. If it gets built up, it's going to be built up because it's its time to shine. And right now, it's not the roaster's time to shine. So I think at this point, I'm not going to try to maintain any balance. I'm just going to let, you know, the flow of what's given to me make the decision. Weapon-wise, try to, you know, got to be thinking about getting my best offensive output rather than building up some future thing. Let the game determine my proficiencies this time. Let's go clean up some stuff. I leveled up. I didn't realize how close I was. I like that. But I gotta be careful not to take on. I need to get out. Actually, I need to look at my. They're at 28, right? The main mission's 28, or is it 27? 28. Okay, so I'm not in trouble of over leveling the main mission right now. I've got all of 29 and 30 that I could run. I don't want to do that. I don't want to you know, I don't want to just take on experience right now, but I'm not walking a tightrope. Let me fix one other thing here before I go forward.
Into an event of consummate importance. Now, in a few moments,
Okay, we'll listen to some Glenn Gould on
into an
play
event
piano.
of consummate importance. Now, in a few moments, the great young pianist Glenn Gould is going to play with us a movement from a Bach concerto. Gould and Bach have become a kind of legendary combination in spite of Gould's extreme youth and Bach's extreme age. Now, of course, Gould has exactly the same performance problems with Bach that our friends conductors A and Z have had with Beethoven, only more so. Because Bach, way back there in the early 18th century, belonged to a time when composers weren't being very generous with information about how to play their notes. Just look at this first page from the D minor concerto we're going to hear. We are told what instruments are playing, like a dramatis personae, and we are told what notes they play.